you guys know I've been riding the train.
Yeah.
Right, to and from Universal, which has been great for me because I've been doing a lot of reading and catching up on that, and it's been fun. It takes me just a little bit longer to get there, but it's way less stress. Except, last Friday, I witnessed something truly amazing. I was standing at the 7th Street station getting ready to catch the transfer train, and this guy backs into another guy. Right, The guy who did the backing into was probably 6'7".
Okay.
The guy he backed into was probably 5'2". Right.
Okay.
And the guy who backed into him said, "Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry." The little guy said, "Don't push." And the guy said, I'm sorry, it was an accident." And the guy goes, "Man, fuck you. Rips his shirt off. He goes, "I said don't push." What? Then the tall guy goes, "Well, now I'm going to have to kill you. Because I'm an old man and I just don't care." And the little guy went, "Yeah, you try it." Grabbed his shirt and jumped on the train because it just happened to show up at that moment. I was like,
wow.
Warning. The following podcast contains language not suitable for younger listeners. You have been warned.
Now beamed from the fortified bunker below Culver City, California, this is, well, that happened.
ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to say hello. Hello. We're here in this amazing fortified compound for, well, that happened. Jeffrey Potts, how are you today, buddy?
Todd Elliott, sir, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but other than that, I'm good. How are you?
I'm healthy, thanks.
Oh, good.
See, because he's sick.
Yeah.
It's a visual joke.
It's so visual. The visual representation of disease.
Sam Renderos, what's the word?
The word of the week is dankrupt, to be out of weed. We've all been there. Oh, except Jeff. Jeff doesn't do weed. He does straight coke.
Yep.
What?
I'm a perpetual state of dankrupt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you guys may recognize a fourth face here that you have not seen before. This is Ryan D. He's come to visit us. Now, you don't count, Haley. He is the star of the movie Tender, which we reviewed a couple weeks ago. And
actually, we didn't even review it. We just talked about it with Brian and Joseph.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to give them a bad review while they're sitting in front of you, right?
Oh, no. I mean, we were pretty honest with them off the air.
I felt like we were pretty honest.
Yeah.
I felt like
I'm joking.
time.
But
he was the star of the film.
Yes.
So, Ryan, welcome.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have people join us in this debacle that we call, well, that happened.
So you're not also just a movie star. You also do your own podcast, and you also do comedy routines. Tell us more about that. Everything about it.
Everything at once.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you feel about your mother?
I have a podcast on Wednesday that comes out on Wednesdays. It's called Humpcast.
Yeah.
There's that, and it's just me. The tagline is the show where a couple of buds get buzzed. Then it's just like me and my two friends, and we just get drunk and then we have guests on and they talk like entertainment news and whatnot, kind of like what you guys do.
No.
But ours is trademarked, and we're gonna sue you. I'm just kidding.
Overnight, sued again.
And then other than that, I mean, I've worked with the Proco guys and for a couple years now, and then we did Tender, which was fun.
Now you wrote a couple of their productions, right? You did.
I wrote a couple of sketches. Yeah, they're on Funny or Die. You can see them there. Our Lord and Neighbor was one. I know they talked about that one when they were in here.
That's hilarious.
Did you guys watch it?
That one
of my personal
yeah.
That was funny.
It's based on a stand-up bit that I do. So
okay.
So it's just kind of like a long-form version. I kind of just act out the whole thing, the situation, which is Jesus coming over and knocking on my front door. And he's like my neighbor, and he's asking me to do all these things for him. And meanwhile, Satan's my roommate.
Right.
So, that's awesome.
I did like that one. I thought that one was funny. There was the other one. Oh, the girlfriend interview.
Yeah.
That was pretty good,
yeah,
too.
that one I wrote after I had a really bad breakup. I'm like, next girl I date, I'm putting her through, like, I'm going to have a full background check and interview process.
And what about these?
What
about these? I mean,
he's sitting with a clipboard. So how do you feel about anal?
Right. Well, we didn't get that deep, but
not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Depending on how this interview goes.
I'd say it's going south.
My mother always said more than a handful is a waste. Hi, Mom.
Your mom is wrong.
Yeah, I did the Ice House on Friday night,
Nice.
which was awesome. It was I was in the main room. I got a new 15-minute clip that's up on YouTube now.
Fantastic.
Out of that, it was awesome. It was a sold-out show. It was amazing. So,
Nice work.
yeah.
Where are you going to be playing next?
Next, I'll be at Flappers in Burbank this Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday. What's the date?
I don't even know what the date is. What is it that? What
For
is that?
God's sakes, man.
What is that? The 19th or something?
I'm
The
gonna guess
19th.
it's
19th.
The 19th. Oh, there's
Yeah.
a calendar right behind you, Haley.
So
It just shows how little we look over there.
I
Sometimes.
don't-
So this week's been rough, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrible losses. David Bowie, Alan Rickman, and the two T's.
Yeah, friends of the show, 2 T's in the pod. They are.
They are no longer doing their show. I don't know what happened, but best wishes to everybody. Olgen, Thomas Smith, and Travis Tucker.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the 2T's podcast, they had done it for over 2 years. They would have guests and play bands from across the country, and they were, they would play games like name the celebrity, and you would play with what you had. You pick a name out of a box and be like Brad Pitt, but you couldn't mention Brad Pitt by name or any of the films that you had by name. You had to work your way around it, and your partner had a guess.
It's kind of like taboo.
Yeah, and over the
Yeah.
Christmas off, like taboo.
Celebrity taboo.
Celebrity taboo. And so over like a 2-week period, they over the holiday season, they were just kind of inconsistent with the episodes, and all of a sudden they put an announcement on their Facebook page that they were with heavy heart and sadness that they could no longer do the show. They would have to end the show.
wow.
So I'm like, wow, it's crazy, because they had a wonderful show.
2016, man.
It's been rough.
Killing off everyone.
Lemmy, David Bowie, Alan Rickman, 2 T's in a pod. These are entertainment giants that the world is losing.
Right. Lemmy was a big one for me. He's
Me too.
one
I
of my
actually
heroes,
really
man.
With Lemmy, I was like, oh man, that sucks. But I had known about his cancer from before. David Bowie kind of shocked me because he was a very private guy, so he never talked about it.
Yeah.
But Alan Rickman, for me, like when I would watch movies with Alan Rickman, it's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he's like
So
a
what
breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air.
Yeah. So did he have cancer for a while? I never even heard that.
I would assume so. I didn't even know. He just they were like,
Rickman.
cancer, and you're like,
Yeah.
It's crazy that. Well, I mean, it's crazy that like the tabloids didn't get, or TMZ didn't find out, and blow the cover. They just kind of kept it under wraps until they were dead, which is kind of weird,
Well, David Bowie, with all of his studio musicians and everybody who knew that he had cancer, he was like, no, absolutely not. He had NDAs written up. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was very, very adamant about nobody knowing that he had cancer.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So when he died, it was a complete shock. And Alan Rickman, I just hadn't followed, and so I didn't know if it was private or if what was going on there.
yeah, because I know normally like when a celebrity gets sick, they announce it on the internet, they put a press release out, because their publicist is like, this is good, we could talk about this, because celebrities get cancer too,
And they're all dying at age 69.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump turned 69 this year.
Donald
There's
Trump,
that.
he's taking credit for the recent releases of the Iranian Americans that were being held. So like
Really?
the priest, the journalist. Oh yeah, he came out on Twitter and he was saying like, this happened because of me, because I've been talking about how the Obama administration they suck at negotiations. It's because of me. Because look, it's taken them years and years and years, and so I'm the one, me. DT, baby, getting it done for you because I'm so very, very smart.
He's like a comic book character. It's so crazy. Like I don't understand. It is. It's like straight out of like Batman or something. Some politician that just does all these weird, crazy stuff. It's just
Springtime football will be the greatest sport in the history of America.
It's so,
Gonna
it's
be
so
huge.
crazy.
I am embarrassed because I really was excited when he ran. When he said, I'm going to run for president.
Oh, because it was
like,
hysterical.
I was like,
first.
yeah, right, exactly.
It was a
That's
joke.
what
Now
I'm
it's
saying.
like getting way too close.
Now I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Now I'm terrified.
You're not the only one. There's plenty of people out there.
Oh,
just
yeah.
nerd-
And with that, let's move on. I'm feeling a little Dankrupt, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like Jeff needs to lie to me.
That's right. It's time for Jeff Lies and WTH. Every single week I'm going to bring to you 4 news articles. One is real. The other 3 I have made up. And it is the job of my co-host and our guest, Ryan. Ryan D.
That's me.
Do you prefer Ryan D. or you want Demarest or?
I usually, you know
You
why
like the Big D?
I go, yeah, Big D. No, I go by Ryan D because when I started doing stand up, people just butchered my name when they brought me on stage.
We have Ryan Demarest.
So, I mean, that is kind of why I did it. And then I did like this spoof hip hop like EP that I came out with, which is actually like, it's actually like love songs. So it'll come out. I'm gonna re-release it in for Valentine's Day, so like next month probably.
Nice. Keep us posted on that.
So it's like, yeah, it's just like 4 songs of like stupid, romantic songs that I wrote and that I did with my buddy, and that was like on the cover of it was Ryan D. And I did that before I started doing stand up, so I just kind of.
There you go.
You rolled with it.
All right, so Ryan D., you're going to tell me which one you think is the real article, okay? So here we go. Today's theme is ball busters. So article number 1. Party foul. Ball pit explodes, sends balls rolling across Texas town. Article 2. Blue balls linked to high testosterone. Article 3. Designers think color of balls is what puts women off sports. And Article 4. Ball masseuse gets closed down, claims it's for therapy. Those are news articles. So tell me, Ryan, which one do you think is the real article?
I'm picking number 4 only because I want that to be true. Okay. It's ball masseuse gets closed down, claims it's for therapy.
Well, what was that TV show that had the chick from The Ghost Whisperer on it, where then she went off
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Yeah.
That's
my wife calls her Tits McGee.
Yeah, or Jennifer Love Huge Tits. That's what my friend calls her.
Yeah, she went off. She was did a TV show for a minute where she was a masseuse that ended up being a whorehouse. Am I wrong on that?
I don't know.
I feel like it only lasted like 2 minutes. I actually auditioned for it and I can't remember what the hell it was called.
There you go.
Client list. Client list?
Maybe. You know what? I think you might be right.
Maybe.
It ends with a happy ending.
All right, who's next,
Nice.
Jeff?
All right, so Haley, which one do you think is the real article?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Not you.
I think so. My Todd.
I'm gonna go with party foul, ball pit explodes, sends balls rolling down. Across Texas town.
Okay.
Balls rolling down.
All right, so Sam, which one do you think is the real article?
Well, this is tough, man. I'm always I hate you because of this game. You're pretty good with the bullshit. I'm gonna go with designers think color of balls is what puts women off sports because women don't like balls. I mean, they really don't. I mean, they already dislike the penis already as much, So for me, they're just like more balls. No, thank you. I'm gonna go sit over here and.
Good point.
Alrighty. All right, Todd, which one do you think is the real article?
I think Sam is probably right in number 3, and the designer of color balls is designer of color balls. Yeah, well, whatever. Words happening.
Yeah.
Words falling out of my mouth in so much falling fashion. Anyway, but I'm going to actually pick the blue balls linked to high testosterone, and here's my reasoning on this. First of all, I can't let you win, and second of all, I remember playing sports in high school. The coaches never wanted us messing around with girls because they didn't want us using up all of our energy. That's what they were always like. Hey, you're going to use all your energy and your testosterone and your vim and your vigor. They didn't say these things because it was Ohio.
Those balls drained by those young supple
So what
women.
I'm saying is I think that they wanted us to not have sex so that we would perform better.
I think your
on the
coach just had
athletic
a special interest in your full balls.
and that's possible. He was constantly checking my jockstrap. He said he wanted to make sure I was protected. Well, I believed him.
Well, it shows that your coach cared. Yeah. So he's in federal prison now or state prison?
Alrighty.
We don't talk about that.
So, all right. So across the board. So obviously one of you is going to win. Let's go with number 1. Party foul. Ball pit explodes, sends balls rolling across Texas town. This article is a lie. I'm sorry, Haley. I made that one up.
Haley.
Yeah, because if a ball pit wasn't to explode, there'd be kids all over Texas.
But
Kid
the
parts
visual
everywhere.
Be entertaining.
Just a twitching 4-year-old arm, like holding on to this ball.
I need this ball so bad.
Plus, Texas hates fun, so I don't think that'd be.
That's why it exploded.
That's true.
Blew it up.
Alrighty. Let's go on to number 2.
Texas
Blue ball.
hates fun. I like that. Oh, that's awesome.
That's good.
It's fantastic.
That's good. Article number 2. Blue balls linked to high testosterone. This article is a lie. I made that one up. So
My coach was a liar.
sorry, Todd. Your coach can check your jock strap once again.
I'm gonna have to give him a call.
Yep.
I got some residue for you.
All right. Let's go on number 3. Designers think color of balls is what puts women off sports. This article is the real article.
Man,
That's the
that's
one.
really
So,
cool.
Oh,
sorry,
man, I
Ryan.
was really like hoping. I was like, oh shit. He got it all the way down, like,
Down to the final 2.
Yeah, so well done.
Ball
Well done,
masseuse.
Ryan. Although, came up a little short. So,
I would like to hear about this, Jeff. What is the thinking behind this?
women are not into sports as much as there are men. So they're thinking that if they design the balls to have like slightly softer,
maybe with a Louis Vuitton pattern.
yeah,
on,
exactly, like Louis Vuitton pattern, pink colors, that it'll encourage more girls to play sports.
That's funny because if they were to make the balls pink, my daughters would not play sports then because they hate that color. Like they're like pink. What is that? I'm like, it's a color, and she's like, I don't like pink. Don't buy that in pink. When we last summer when we were trying to buy a bathing suit for my 11-year-old at the time, she was like, it has to be black or dark colors. She's like, no pinks, no rosy blues, no light blue, no nothing like that. But it was the summer of all colors, like, and she was like, forget it. She like, buy me some shorts. And
Very
like,
forward thinking of
this-
them.
yeah,
You shouldn't pigeonhole them in
No.
pink things.
This company is developing a ball called Ladyball, which is a pink, soft touch, easy play, and fashion driven soccer ball.
Soft touch.
Yeah.
Pink.
It's
Yep.
called Lady
Soccer
Ball.
ball.
Lady ball.
The feminists are going to hate them.
I want to play just because it's called Lady Ball.
Right?
Awesome.
I know that about you. You want to always play with your lady balls.
Yeah.
Well, they've also got these things called ball sacks for golfers, and they look like testicles.
I like the golfers' discreet urine putter.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, you put the little thing. It looks like
It's
you're
like-
putting, but you're really just urinating into this handle. It's quite clever.
I've never seen that, nor do I want to.
I will play you the infomercial when we take a break.
Yeah.
How many NFL players do you think actually know where the lady ball is?
No, you know,
They
And Jeff's done.
they think it's still a myth.
Hard to find, but once you do, you're good. Now, this the marketing strategy has been controversial. It says that
Yeah, no kidding.
tells women that sports is a great way to lose weight and not break a nail and break boundaries among other
And not
culture-
break a nail.
break a
Seriously,
nail.
that's part of their marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Sports is awesome. You can come and play, lose weight, not break a nail, and still get home in time to put the pot roast in.
And wash the dishes, damn it.
No shoes. Gotta be barefoot.
Yeah.
are you pregnant yet?
This is terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
There
This
you
is
go.
a terrible company that's not gonna fly on Shark Tank.
No, they're-
If I know anything about Shark Tank.
Anyway, so there you go. So that's been Jeff Lies and WTH. So let's
Well
move
done.
on.
That's right. Is that once a week where we kick somebody's ass? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
now?
we're gonna kick somebody's ass.
Every week something happens. Jeff, let us know the rules.
All right, so everything. Okay, good. All right, each host has 1 minute on the clock to present their nominee for Ass Kickery. Rule number 2 is that no host can vote for themselves. Rule number 3 is there be no dead kids, children, etc. Rule number 4. Rule number
I was right in
4.
the elevator.
That's weird. Rule number 4. You're the only one going down. There. Maybe you need a ball masseuse.
Or are you guys going up?
Rule number 4, if you don't like the outcome of today's vote, you can change it by telling us who you think needs their ass kicked.
That's right. You can check us out at wellthathappenedpodcast.com or comment on there's something down here on YouTube. I know that much. And you can comment your hateful, ignorant statements because it's the internet, and that's the kind of audience that is on the internet. Whoever's listening to this show is probably not an ignorant person, though, because I love you.
Skipper, my mom, Joe, Tanner.
Joe talked about how he trimmed his pubes into an up arrow to tell the ladies, eyes up here, ladies. Stop checking out the old Joseph Baker ball sack of justice.
Joe's funny. It was a lady ball sack of justice.
He will beat you with his baton.
I don't want to hear about his hammer.
Let's keep talking about
Anyway, let's kick somebody's ass, ladies and gentlemen.
Ryan, do you have a nominee for this week's?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I can think of something.
All right.
I can think of a few people.
Great.
So you got 1 minute on the
Steve,
clock.
my fucking neighbor. F that guy. It's 3 a.m. and he's always moving his furniture.
Right, are you ready? On your mark, get set, ass kick.
I think people who don't drink need to get their asses kicked. I just can't trust somebody who's never had a hangover that needs to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. That is real struggle right there. Having to fucking get up, be feeling terrible, and then still get what you need to get done.
Yeah,
Nice. I agree with that. Steve, I'm going to get you a beer.
Killed it in 22 seconds.
Wow, nice.
I will agree. One of the most difficult days of my life is I partied super hard with friends. That is a very loud refrigerator.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it quietly. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Whoa, that was a fail.
So got super drunk. The next day,
Thank you.
I had passed out in my hallway of my apartment building.
I'm sorry.
Got a beer.
This is the best podcast for the years right now.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
You can pass this to Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I got a beer.
And had to be at work at 11 in the morning, which is not so bad. But I was out till 4 in the morning. I passed out in the hallway. I thought I had only passed out for a couple of seconds. My wife was like, "No, you fell in the hallway, pants around your ankle. I'm not picking you up." She's like, "You're like a 230-pound guy. I'm not moving you. You're on your own." I get up and it's torture. I get to work and everybody's like, "You look like hell." I was just hungover.
But you made it.
I made it. My manager just pulled me aside and was like, "Can you not talk about being hungover?" And I'm like, "It's the truth. It's what it is. But I'm here, aren't I? I'm running that register. I'm stocking those shelves. You shut up and you let me do my job."
Right.
I don't trust people that don't drink because when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they're going to feel all day.
That is an excellent point.
Oh, man.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll take it. I'll go.
All right. Todd, are you ready?
No, I might go a little long. All right, I'll do what I can.
Ask it.
I introduced my son to Star Wars recently. We went and saw The Force Awakens, right? That's the new one. The Force Awakens, and he absolutely loved it. And so I'm finally like, yes, great. I can bring my kid into the Star Wars fold, and this is awesome. So I actually dropped the $90 on Amazon to buy all the movies and all the extra features on streaming on my machine, which is great, by the way. I absolutely love it. And we watched The New Hope. We watched Empire Strikes Back. We watched Return of the Jedi. And I was like, awesome, good for you, son. He goes, I want to watch The Phantom Menace now. And I went, oh, God. And so we watched The Phantom Menace. Now, when The Phantom Menace came out, I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did because there'd been a drought of Star Wars. There had been no Star Wars. And getting it, I was like, okay, it wasn't great, but at least it's some Star Wars in this desert. Rewatching it, especially close on the heels of the original trilogy, holy it's terrible. It's a terrible movie. It looks like a bad cartoon. It's badly written. There's no plot. The characters aren't fleshed out. It is a terrible, terrible film. So George Lucas needs his ass kicked.
Okay.
I didn't hit all my salient points, but I felt like I needed to get into it.
I have a question real quick. The $90 you spent, was it only the 3 good Star Wars films in it?
No, it was all 6 Star Wars movies plus 2 hours of bonus features for every single movie. So like an additional
So you bought the 3
12 hours of
shall not
footage.
be named?
Yeah.
I'm nominating you to get your ass kicked for purchasing those 3
So it
movies.
was part of the bundle, and it was all the bonus features. And
I'm
someone
still
said-
nominating your ass.
But this also, it had all the changes that he had made, right?
It
so
did.
it's Darth Vader.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
Palpatine
it's-
is shocking Luke.
Oh,
and he's just like, no.
It's impossible to get the
It
original.
is. I tell you what was hilarious though is at the end of Return of the Jedi, when Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda and Anakin Skywalker show up in their spirit form, right at the end of it. My son had just now only seen A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, and then Force Awakens by this point. So when they all showed up, he goes, who's that guy? Pointing to Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Having had no frame of reference. And I was like, see, that's why George Lucas is a shitty filmmaker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well.
Yeah. You can't defend him at this point. When he went back and he changed things, I've had friends who are like, those are his movies. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. The moment he put it out to the public, it belongs in the public domain of how we remember the film. And when he goes back and he changes it because he didn't like certain aspects of it, it's too bad. Like, you can't change the work of art at that point. It's like taking a Harry Potter and be like, oh, J.K. Rowling wasn't happy, and so she goes back and she makes Hermione, blow Harry instead of Ron. People would not be happy about that.
Hey, spoiler, I haven't seen those films yet.
Just so you know, Harry is the ginger.
Right.
Yeah, he runs around and he, assaults other kids.
I'm just teasing.
Physically. He beats him with the wand. He's a
Nice.
total
No, good to know. Now I know.
There you go.
I don't need to see these movies.
Jeff.
That's okay.
Are you ready?
I am indeed.
Wow, that went really. Okay.
Words, Sam.
Mark.
Words. English.
Get set. Dankrupt.
All right. The Idaho Department of Fish and Game. They have effed up. I mean, seriously, they have effed up. They accidentally put 4 tracking collars that were supposed to go on elk on the wolves. I mean, elk, wolves, elk, wolves. One's bitey, one's horny. Elk, wolves. Let me just. Okay, so and now the state is the Wildlife Management Service is like saying, hey, you did this on purpose because now you can track wolves and that gives you an idea and a reason to actually hunt them because now we'll have tracking data on them and that we can use that then to hunt the wolves. Even though they're already endangered, you were not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put them on elk, not wolves. And the Idaho people were like, eh?
That's what Idaho people do.
It was the Idaho Fish and Game Service?
Yeah.
Then who's yelling at them?
The Department of Wildlife and the U.S. Forest Service, the United States Department.
All right, I nominate America because we have way too many departments that don't do anything.
So, yeah.
Do you think when this is gonna be so stupid? Do you think when they were asked what happened, they were like Idaho? Dad jokes, guys. Dad jokes.
Wow.
One of my favorite jokes ends with that. It's
Idaho, but
If-
Alaska.
Mississippi
Yeah.
asked Missouri for her New Jersey. What did Delaware?
Right.
Idaho, Alaska.
That was one of the first jokes I ever heard from my dad, and it's just the worst thing ever.
It's a great joke.
And it's still
I'm going to drink this to kill all brain cells.
It's so bad. Dad jokes.
I want to forget that.
All right. You hit the timer?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Press the button.
You can't be
copy.
literal with him.
I know. Like,
He
throw
takes
these
everything.
batteries.
Sam Renderos, go.
All right. So my wife and I were discussing vegans. It came out of just the thought process that my wife was going through. She was wondering, if vegans are so anti-animal, why do they make their products taste from the one thing that they don't want to be part of anymore? She's like, it doesn't make any sense. Is it if a company were to make human-flavored tofu, would the vegans eat that? She's like, no, because they don't eat meat, and why would they want to do that? And so to me, vegans need their ass kicked because here's the thing. You made the decision to stop eating meat. So just eat broccoli and carrots just plain like that. You don't get no seasoning like the meat world. You betrayed us. You broke our trust. You knew goddamn well what we were doing. Those animals needed to be put down so they can be put on my plate and be delicious. Just delicious. And I'm so disappointed in vegans because the absolute absurdity of trying to get things to taste like meat when you don't like it. That's it. That's what I got.
Okay.
I tried to do that entire thing standing in one spot without moving a single muscle.
You did good.
Thank you.
It's cool.
I don't know why. That came to me that
At that
heartbeat.
moment?
Yeah. Thought it decided to hold still. It worked out pretty alright.
There we go.
Yeah, I agree with you in a lot of respects. All right, now let's vote.
All right. Ryan, since you went first, you get to vote first. Who do you think needs their ass kicked? Can't vote for yourself.
Can't
but-
vote for yourself.
I call vegans. I'm very passionate about that too.
All right. Cool.
Yes.
All right.
That's right. True American over there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
America. Meat.
That's right.
Everybody needs meat.
Todd,
In their mouth.
Sam, as much as I agree with you and have a a complete distaste and distrust of vegans because I feel like they're doing it for all the wrong reasons and are completely wrong-headed in everything. Most of those products that are created to taste like meat actually include dairy products or egg, and so the true vegans aren't eating them. People like our buddy,
right, the guy
Noel. Oh, honestly, I don't care. He doesn't listen. He's vegan. He doesn't use technology. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry.
it's fine.
I absolutely hate government waste and loss and mistakes, and I feel like they need to get their ass kicked because how the hell do you get a tracker, a big ass collared tracker that says elk on it, and you're out, you're like, man, I'm gonna go get me some. What am I getting? Elk. Okay, I'm gonna get an elk. Wait, what was that? Oh, there's a wolf. Collar the wolf. Done. 4 times. This is insane. This is ridiculous. Whoever that was needs to lose their job.
And you,
Not their ass kicked, lose their job.
No.
Interesting distinction there.
and once they figured out they did it the wrong one, they would have been like, that would have been so much easier if we just put it on the damn elk.
How many?
Like, yeah, you get a carrot, and the elk's like, hey, what's up, carrot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, the elks are awfully bitey today.
They're like, well, we had to give him Jeff in order to lure him to put the collars on. But I think we got it done.
Now, wait a minute. I have tried to use Jeff as bait before. When you tie a rope around his waist and toss him in the swamp, the gators are scared.
They roll over.
Jeff.
Jeff,
Oh, man.
Arrgh.
the pirate.
Yeah.
Jeff the pirate. He just
Jeff
like,
the pirate.
I mean, look, his flip-flops are made out of alligator skin, so
That's right.
yeah, that's what taught him a lesson they'll never forget.
Those damn alligators thinking they're so smart with all their pointy teeth and tails.
And those eyes.
Crying all the time. Sons of
Don't tell the
bitches.
vegans.
Jeff.
I'm gonna have to. Oh man. Okay, so I got vegans. I got George Lucas
And sobriety.
and sobriety.
Wait a minute. Can I retract mine? I'm sorry. I completely retract mine. No, I'm totally voting for sober people. I forgot. I'm a dingleberry.
No, there
I'm
you go.
totally voting for sober people because sober people don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Sobriety, George Lucas, or vegans.
Quite the challenge today. I mean, because every one of those people needs their ass kicked.
That is true. There's no hemming and hawing about this, unless you're me.
George Lucas would be the easiest ass to kick.
That would be true.
Actually, I think
Just-
vegans.
You'd lose it in the chin.
I think vegans would be second. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just all the chin weight that George Lucas has. He can't run. He's too top heavy. He just topple over and be like, oh.
Yeah, do you think they modeled Jabba the Hutt after George Lucas?
Nah, he wasn't fat then.
No, he was getting there. He was on his way.
He was just like,
he created Jabba the Hutt as a model. He was like, this is my ideal.
He's like, I want to be fat and make no sense with a lazy eye one day.
I'm gonna go with George Lucas. There
Do you
we go.
think he has a Rancor pit in his little place up in the Simi Valley or wherever he
Oh,
lives?
for sure.
I'm sure.
That's where Carrie Fisher lives.
Threw Carrie Fisher in there. You're like, you're gonna wear that bikini, you hear me?
No, Carrie Fisher is the Rancor.
You could tell by her voice in The Force Awakens. Han, it's so nice to see you again.
I just like that her mouth was always a perpetual asshole. Like, it was just like,
Yeah.
can't do this. It was just her current.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher used to be so hot, and she is just not.
She's old, man.
She's old.
They don't all stay hot.
Faye Dunaway has.
I don't know. I would still fuck Harrison Ford, though.
Fair enough. That is true.
Amen.
All right, Sam. Who do you think needs their ass kicked?
Oh, this is easy. It's sober people.
Okay.
Sober people cannot be trusted.
Hey.
My wife is incled in this list of people.
Oh,
Can't
no.
be trusted, honey. I'm sorry. I love
Better
you.
get home and beat her.
Actually, she beats me. She's got a wicked right.
Sorry, is that too far?
No,
it's
it was
fine.
hilarious.
But, you know.
We're going to send Tammy out to do the ass kickings now.
Oh, you know what?
I
We
love
could.
your wife.
I mean, pure 100% German, sort of. She's got some Mexican in her. I'm not Mexican. I'm South.
She's also Salvadoran in her.
Wow.
So the gardener comes over quite a bit.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Racist Cast.
Wow. It's fine.
I admit I would pay $100 to watch Germany invade France. Either time.
What?
So Ryan won this week, huh?
Yeah, Ryan won.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, sir.
Let's go beat up some sober people. Where do they hang out at? I've been hanging out with a lot of comedians that are sober, which is weird, and especially because like they're younger, you know. And I'm like, how are you like only 25?
Hell
I'm like, how are you 25 and you don't drink? Like, where do you come up with stories? Like, what
is this generation of comedians coming to, man?
They're vegans and they don't drink.
So I'm driving around in L.A. in my Prius, you know, and it's Prius-y and does Prius things. I don't even know how to describe Prius.
No, you know what it is. It's the millennials all rebelling against, well, me.
Fun?
Against their parents' generation.
Right.
Their parents were, you know, if you think about it, all the drugs and coke and booze of the 80s and 90s and all the complete overdoing of everything chemical. And the new kids, they all just want to rebel against their parents the same way we all did. And so how do you rebel against people that were the rebels? By going as straight edge as possible.
I don't know if rebelling against my father's drinking by me drinking a whole lot more.
You don't, Sam. You don't.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
Well,
I just can't imagine the story. It's like, yeah, I was street racing with my friends, and we were driving our Priuses, and it would sound like this.
this one time, I drank so much wheatgrass.
I was pooping for minutes.
I bottled that shit, sold it.
So I went to my local vegan restaurant, and they were serving me cauliflower, and I specifically told them I don't want cauliflower. It's broccoli that I want. That green stuff. You give it to me. You give it to me now.
Yeah, I just haven't drank enough to hate myself that much, you know, to just stop. It makes me hate other people more. So I realize I'm not the one with the problem.
I need a drink just listening to this conversation.
I am drinking.
That's right. Let us know who you need their ass kicked down below or at wellthathabitpodcast.com. And any final thoughts? Ryan, thank you so much for joining us. Any thoughts?
Thanks for having me again. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, thanks again for having me.
Come by anytime. We're a regular fixture here on Sundays.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Stop by.
for sure.
Pop in. It'll be fun. Good time.
Like I said, you guys can check me out at Flappers in Burbank on January 19th. I also run
That's tomorrow, right? Because this is dropping Monday the 18th.
So that would be tomorrow if you're listening to it on the day that this drops. So that's Tuesday, which I'm actually ditching my podcast to go do. I'm doing that show. I usually record on Tuesdays. It's called Humpcast. Comes out on Wednesdays, like I said.
I feel betrayed.
I know. I'm sorry. There'll be somebody else to fill in. Maybe I'll call in and we'll do some sort of. It's a strictly audio podcast. We're not as fancy as you guys right now, but
We're still learning.
This is episode 3.
This is the third.
Of the
Yeah,
the third video one.
by the way, I did this. This is the third time. So, whoops.
Yeah. And then the Ice House gave me my own show, which will be on February 17th, and that's called Ryan D Presents Wednesday Night Riot. It'll be on Wednesday, February 17th, with Dean Del Rey. He runs a podcast called Let There Be Talk.
Nice.
If
I want to buy tickets to that Wednesday, to the February 17th show.
Go
19th.
Go to
What did you say?
The 19th.
January 19th is Flappers.
February 17th.
February 17th.
I don't do dates.
Okay.
So, but if I wanted to buy tickets for the February 17th show, like say it's a Wednesday night, I want to take my wife out and it'd be a good time. Is it online or can I get them at the door? How does that work?
Both. You can go. It's at the Ice House, or you can go to icehousecomedy.com, and I believe it's flapperscomedy.com, which is when I'm at Flappers in Burbank, and then I'll also be back at Flappers in Burbank on February 19th. So January 19th and February 19th, I will be there.
Well done, good for you.
And in February, go to February 17th at the Ice House. Go to that one. That's the one where I get paid. So
February 17th is Ice House. Copy that.
Yeah, and make sure you check out the sketches that I did on Funny or Die or Proco's website, which is I think Not the Real Proco. Not the Real Proco.
Not the Real
YouTube.
Proco, yeah.
ProcoProductionCompany.com.
Right. And all my video, actually, even better, you can go to TeamRyanD.com and all my stuff is on there. So
cool.
All my videos. And I just dropped a new set, 15-minute clip that's on YouTube, and that'll be up there.
Which is hilarious.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you. I'm glad you watched it.
I like that you do look Asian. Not half white,
yeah,
half Mexican.
not,
like you're talking about.
half white, half Mexican. Yeah, that was, yeah. So. Watch the clip.
It's just funny. All right, good times. Sam, what's your final thought?
Final thought is Alan Rickman, man. Honestly, hit me hard. So rest in peace. And honestly, cancer research has got to step it up.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jeff, what do you have?
Yeah, well, I mean, since they have the moon, Obama just announced his moonshot of cancer, so we'll see what happens with that, right?
I'd like to see some cancer research.
Well, Monday will be Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so happy holiday to everyone who is off. If you don't have it off, well, then you're not in a union. So there you go.
Better job.
Vote union.
I'll be at work on Monday.
Excuse me, I'll be at work as well. So
Yeah, me too.
yeah. Anyway, however, some people just do not quite get it. You know what I'm saying? They just don't understand the significance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. In fact, some people choose to celebrate it in odd ways. The Robins Air Force Base is apologizing for an advertisement they took down. This was the advertisement.
Martin Luther King Jr. fun shoot.
What?
What?
They're aware that he was assassinated, right?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So you can't see this at home. If you're watching the video I post, you can see it. If I'm going to describe it to you, it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s face. He's looking all regal and everything, and it says
not shot.
And Martin Luther King Jr. Fun Shoot Day, where they're a skeet shooting advertisement. This is put on by the Robins Air.
Did just have his face on him or something?
Yeah, Robins Air Force Base, and somebody was like, "Hey, you probably didn't mean it this way, but maybe you should take a quick re-glance at this." And at that point, the Robins AFB released a statement that they were deeply sorry. They had no offense or harm or insensitivity that was totally their bad. That was totally their bad. They didn't vet it, and
Not one person in that editing room was like,
yeah.
this might be inappropriate.
Yeah, no one said that. And then once they did realize it, they were like, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked. My final thought is, what? That's ridiculous.
There you go.
There you go.
And with that, well, that happened.